Can I be heard?
Yes, you can. Yes, you
Okay.
can.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to CHILDish Summer Camp 2025. My name is Isresu, and I have with me
Sarah, my name is Sarah, or you can call me Arabella. Anyone is
yeah,
preferable.
Arabella. Welcome.
Thank you,
Mr. Morris,
sir.
you're welcome. So today we are taking content writing. So Arabella, over to you.
Yeah, so good morning, good morning, good morning. And you're welcome to Content Mastery for Beginners. And with my co-tutor, Isuitu, we're going to be taking every child on a journey into their creativity and into lending their voice to the world through written words. And we'll be starting with understanding content writing. What is content writing all about? Why is it important? And what are those things that are involved in writing a beautiful content? So I'll be handing it over to my boss to tell us
Okay.
what.
Okay.
To tell us,
If you watch closely from our slide, you see I factored in myself as what is content.
yes.
Yeah. So content basically is anything people create to share ideas, share stories, or fun with others. It could be a video, it could be a picture, it could be a story, a song, or a game. Now let's reflect our mind back when we were in school. You know this song, Old Roger is dead and gone to his grave. Yeah, ha, gone to his grave. Yeah, so content we do here is not something you do with stiff neck. We do it with our flow. You get, so you can
Yeah.
tell stories. We draw pictures, we draw cartoons, and then we have some sketches on papers, and tend to like there was this time where we couldn't read, but then we had this a Macmillan notebook where they would draw pictures, and then they would tell you to tell a story according to those pictures. Those were content. So content is anything you create to share ideas. You get, like back then, children that couldn't read in my language, you see the one that they draw a lady standing by the well and then holding a child, pointing hand on the child. So the mom or the parents will say, and then they categorize it like A, B, C, D. So there's this song they do sing using that booklet. You see, A kudongmong, B kubrembre. Do you get, like, A, don't jump into the well. C, don't play. D,
Okay.
don't cut the bread so you won't cut your hand. You know, all those stuff, those are content. Those are content. So now our next slide, I say, what is writing? And I'm using Arabella, our masterpiece. You get, so
Okay. Thank
yeah,
you for all that.
you can talk about this. You can talk about this.
Okay, so I'll quickly talk about what is writing. And our slide says writing is when you use words to share your thoughts, ideas, or stories. You do writing when you make a birthday card, write a story, send a message, or keep a journal. And writing is like talking, but with words on paper or a screen. So this is what writing is all about. It's all about expressing yourself. So if maybe I'm thinking about, my friend is beautiful, for instance, I then jot it down and say, oh, my friend is beautiful. If I say, oh, this blackboard looks good, and then I pen it down or either on the paper or on the screen, and I tell you, this blackboard looks good. So anything I'm thinking about, any idea I have in my mind, any story maybe I know I've been told, maybe my friend told me a story about her holiday, how her holiday went, and then I say, wow, this story is interesting and I want to write about it. So I take a pen, a pencil, and then I write it on a paper. That is just what writing is all about. So it comes from within you, something that you have thought about, something that you like. Oh, I like a cat. Or oh, I like a dog. I like puppies. I love children. I love to see a cute baby. And then I choose to write how that baby looks, how the eyes of the baby looks, how the nose, the ear, how the baby looks. So writing just has to do with expressing yourself and bringing out your thoughts. If I am thinking about something, the world will not know what I am thinking about unless I tell them, right? So instead of me to do the talking, I do it right on a paper. So writing is all about telling people how I feel, what I think, and what I want to do about something, but on paper or on a screen. So when you are writing, you are simply putting your thoughts into words so that the world can also share in your thoughts. Thank you. So
That's
I'll
very
be going.
beautiful. That's very beautiful. So we now pose the question, what is content writing? Now, I was expecting us to have lots and lots of participants in here. So they'll tell us their own, they could unmute their mic and tell us what they think content writing is. So I don't know if yeah, I've seen Blessed. Blessed, I don't know if she's available to tell us just a little line what content writing is all about. Blessed, are you with us?
Hi everyone.
Hi, welcome. Not
Why-
just in many words, just few words. Tell us what content writing is.
Why you know what content writing is? Okay. Um, Content writing is basically copywriting. It's actually a means of trying to sell something out to people. For instance, if I want to invite someone to a program, and I want to put it in such a catchy way so the person attends. That is basically, and then I start writing. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling so sad and lonely this weekend. Do you think that no one is going to turn up to visit your house? Why not come for so and so events, right? So content writing is basically a catchy way of selling something out to people.
That's pretty beautiful, beautiful. A hand of applause for Blessed. Yeah, that's nice. So we go to the next slide. Where's my mouse? Yeah. So content writing involves crafting articles, crafting stories, or description to inform or entertain thinkers or entertain readers. It can be found everywhere. You see it from social media posts to educational website. The best content actually engages the readers and keep them interested while providing valuable information.
Sure.
Now, good content writing has specific elements. And then on this case, I would want Arabella to talk about this very slide.
Okay, thank you, sir. So just a bit on content writing, just like Mambles has already said, it has to do with selling something to somebody in such a way that the person is interested in buying what you are selling and the person is getting value from your information while entertaining themselves. So if your content is not entertaining somebody while selling something or informing them about something, then it is not content writing, just to add. Now,
Obviously.
the key, now the key elements of content writing we have here, understanding the audience, which is very important. Any content that you want to write, you need to understand your audience. Now, in this case, are the people that will read your content, right? Because it is writing, so it has to be read. So understanding your audience has to do with people that will read. Is it a child that will read my content? Is it an adult? Is it a parent, a nursing mother, a business person, an intellectual person? Who is going to read my content so that my English, my word use, and everything I'm going to put together in my content will be able to be relatable to those people? If I write in words that a child cannot understand, it means that my content will have no value, because even if it is good enough, they don't understand what I'm saying. Now, if I write to people that might not have been gone to school too much, you might find out that they are not understanding the words I'm using. If I write in too simple language to people that are technical people, it might feel boring to them. So it is very important as a content writer to understand who your audience is. So when you want to write something, ask yourself, who do I want to read what I'm writing? Is it a child? Is it a student? Or is it an entrepreneur? So that I can know what English, what language, and how to structure my sentence better. The next one is organizing your ideas clearly. It is not enough to have something to say, it is how you say it that is very important. I might have something to say, and if I don't communicate it right to you, you might misunderstand me totally, right? So when you're writing a content, you need to organize your ideas. I was taught something in secondary school when it comes to letter writing. I was taught that if it's all about using catchy headlines and making sure that your content is easy to read. Remember, the goal is to connect with your readers and keep them engaged. So, at the end of the day, you need to connect with your readers and keep them engaged. Thank you.
That's thank
Okay.
you. So yeah, it's fun fact about content writing. So they say, did you know that content writing take many forms? From
Okay.
hold on, I'm coming, please. Can I
Okay.
be heard?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay. Just a moment. I think my can you see my screen?
No.
Okay, just a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I can see your screen now.
Okay. Let's run to base and yeah. So we're talking about fun facts about content
Content.
writing. Yeah, so it's like, did you know that content writing can take many forms, from
Okay.
blog posts to social media updates? Writers use various styles to engage their audience. Some content creators even make a living by writing online. That is our coach here, Arabella. She does that a lot. And then if you listen to when she was speaking, she talked about content writing taking many forms. And you can agree with me as she talked about her letter writing. We also have our own experiences when we talk about how you spent your last holiday. I think that's what traumatized me most while I was in school. Like, how do I start writing how I spent
Mm,
my last holiday? And then someone told me that in English language, or in letter writing, or writing as a whole, that you don't have to spit the whole truth on how it happens. You have to spice things up.
same thing I
Yeah.
heard.
Mhm.
Same thing I heard.
That you have to spice things up. If not, you don't have some points to write. Because I don't go out and then I'll just resume school and they'll tell me how you spent your last holiday. Ha! I'll see my
Mm.
friends writing, they went to the zoo, I'm like, yeah, this boy that I saw passing through my streets, this guy did not go to anywhere. So it was at that point I now learned that you don't just give out what happens. You have to spice things up. You get. So now that's where we talk about writing for blogs and how people make money online from content writing, because there are many styles on, and I bet you that once you keep on with our classes, Arabella has a lot. We have a lot to unfold for you.
Yes, I
So
have a lot.
yeah, so importance of content writing. Yeah.
Okay.
So in today's digital world, content writing plays a huge game in our communication with businesses, news, and entertainment, all relying on quality content. Um, Madam Bless told us a little about advertisements on writing. Yeah. So there's how you pass an information about the product and then it sells. Something that hits me top notch is how Destiny, is it Destiny or Destiny, that guy that does there was mind blowing content he did about InDrive. So in there he now did a show off on the car, and then when the car was about to crush him, he now called his uncle in the village and was like, Uncle, it's not me, it's not me. And then at first you be thinking, what's this guy trying? What information this guy trying to drive to the public? Yeah. So now you now discover that it's in drive. And now to the uncle, uncle is in drive. I enter. I've not bought a vehicle yet. So now those are quality content and those are quality information that is passed down while keeping you engaged to get. And then it conveys a message effectively. Very simple. And then the idea stands out. It captivates the readers if you are writing, because you need to see us write. Indeed, you need to see us write, and we put in each details for you to understand, and then you imagine and research what you are reading, like in a storybook. So when all these are required, then you are indeed doing the content writing. Yeah. So on the next slide, please, Arabella, let's take the next slide.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I'll be looking at benefits for readers and writers. Why is content so important and how does it benefit those who are reading it, being your audience, and those who are writing it, which are the content writers? Now, content writing benefits both readers and writers. Now, for readers, it's able to deliver valuable insights, entertainment and information. Every content that is good enough should be able to entertain your readers while sharing information to them. So at the end of the day, they don't just get information, but they are entertained in the process of getting information. Imagine that you are laughing while learning about something, or imagine that you are smiling and trying to remember something funny because you are reading something. That is one of the good things about content, that it is able to entertain you while informing you about something. One person that I love his content a lot is Aproko Doctor. But whenever he's giving his content, it is funny and it entertains me while I am still learning more about my health.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
content is able to entertain us while informing us. Now, for writers, it provides a platform to express creativity and share knowledge while connecting with others. When you are writing and people are being entertained, there's a joy that comes within you that, wow, so I'm able to even express my
This
creativity in this way. I'm
information,
able to
yeah.
help people know that this is what I can do, and yet I'm still sharing the knowledge that I want to share. And I can connect with so many people across the world simply because I am writing something entertaining. Now, writing can also improve skills like critical thinking, communication, and vocabulary, making it a win-win. So, one of the good things about writing for me, though, and for everybody that writes, I believe, is that you're able to improve yourself. There are words that maybe you didn't know before because of the content. You have to go and learn it. There are
Yeah.
things that you don't have known before, how to talk to somebody, how to communicate with somebody properly. But the more you write, the more you find out that you're getting better in your paragraphing, in your sentence structure, your vocabulary, and your communication. And you can think both inside the box and outside the box. So it is of benefit to both those that read it and those that write it. So it's always a win-win when it comes to content writing. Yes,
That's
thank you.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, because now if you're asked what is content writing at this point, I believe you have a lot and a lot to say. Yeah, because you cannot be in this class and then you don't know what content writing is. You don't know what content is, you don't know what writing is. So they say, how does it help in learning? Content writing is a fantastic, fantastic tool for learning. You know, when you write about a topic, you often dive deeper to understand it better. So, when I was in class with Arabella, we talked about perspective, yeah, like point of view. So you could use first, second, and third person point of view. You could look at it, okay, in yourself, because that's how I like thinking, using different perspectives. Yeah. So the one is like you looking at your mommy, and then another one is your mommy looking at you. And then another perspective is your daddy looking at you and your mommy. You get that that's your perspective, right? Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Morris. So this is how we used to do our thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. It's like our own line of thoughts, you get. So this process helps reinforce knowledge and enhances retention. Yeah. Plus, sharing what you learn with others through writing can clarify your thoughts and boost your confidence and makes learning more enjoyable. Because when you start talking about back then I don't know if I'm funny at all. I told someone, okay, a child asked me, why do I have Adam apple? And then I told him, like this Adam apple, It happened back then in the Garden of Eden when Adam eats the apple, and then God now called him, Adam, Adam, where are you? So when he was about swallowing, the thing hooked his throat. So if I'm asked to write about Adam's apple, I can really write what happens to Adam's apple. That's where it hung when God called him. So let's dive into our class for today. So please take the conclusion.
Okay, so in conclusion of all that we have said so far, content writing is an exciting field that bridges creativity and communication. In content writing, you are not just writing, but you are being creative about your writing. You're writing in such a way that you are able to express yourself in a beautiful way while communicating with others. Now, it is important for sharing information and connecting with people. In content writing, your goal is to connect with a lot of people, right? And still tell them what you have in mind to tell them. You want to tell them about something that happened to you, and you're able to connect to them in a creative way. Whether you're writing for fun or considering it as a career like I have done, understanding content writing can open up many opportunities. Now, embrace the journey of becoming a great content writer because the journey is beautiful. Businesses need content writing, personal brands need content writing, even your school needs content writing. So, content writing will open you up to many people seeking for your writing because they want to see how you can help them to express their own thoughts, your own thoughts, and their business thoughts through your writing. So this is me telling you that this journey is going to be beautiful as we go on. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. So now the Arabella's has said a lot. Arabella has said a lot. Yeah. So in conclusion, we can also look at it this way: content writing as you living in your own house, and then writing about how your family goes, your day-to-day activities, how your mom behaves when she's back from work. You can do all those mimics. You can do all those mimics. When you're like, when your mom comes by, like, I'm tired, though. Please, I don't want a problem. So if you're asked to write about your family affairs, like back to back, you can write a lot about them. So it's just about you observing and then putting all those into entertaining words on the piece of paper. So just stay glued to Childish Summer Camp 2025 content writing masterclass for beginners, and then your mind will be blown. Yeah.
Very
Yeah. So we have an assignment for you all, and then we'll be dropping the templates in the group so your parents will dash it out to you guys. So we agreed that we're going to give you guys a template to do a word bank for us, and then we also recommend our books for you to read. And then as you read our book, you write out the new words you've learned. You write out from our template, you see what you require, and then you fill it up. And then we'll give you dates of submission for our next class. So, guys, thank you very much for joining our session today, and see you on Monday, right?
Monday. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a Monday. So, Madam Blessed, please, let's have you say your words, your final words, so you can call it the end for today. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, can I be heard?
Yes, ma.
Can hear you.
Okay. Sorry for the noise in the background. It's raining heavily over here. Okay, so thank you so much for attending today's class, and thank you so much to the tutors. I really enjoyed today's class and I learned a lot. So see you guys on Monday. Thank you. Have an amazing weekend. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.